Hello, this is Ryan Whitlow, and welcome to Entrepreneurship. I wanted to use this video to just have a chat with you about some of the considerations about the major part of this class, and that's the business plan you're going to build. If you read the book by Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he talks about one of those habits being to begin with the end in mind. I thought that's what we do today. At the end of the class, you're going to be making a presentation to me as a potential investor where you prove that you have an idea for a business that can be profitable and ongoing. And you'll be using a technology called Screencast-O-Matic to make that presentation. And so that's where we're headed with all the weekly assignments that deal with the business plan. Your final assignment will be an accumulation of the weekly assignments that you do. So I just have a few thoughts. I've taught this class about 5 times now, and I've seen some patterns of success and some patterns where people struggle that I want to share with you from one week to the next. And so when you choose your topic, there's different forms of businesses that you might want to choose. One might be a product that you plan to manufacture and sell, or wholesale and sale, or it may be a service that you provide, such as house cleaning, things like that, or another form of business that is possible. It'll be a little more complex to get information about, but you may want to start a franchise. You may want a Little Caesars pizza franchise, and in that you'll have to account for the franchise fees that you pay to their corporate office. And another enterprise that you may want to put forward that some students have done successfully are nonprofits, such as a ministry or something like that, a community service. And in that regard, in the business plans, in the other types of businesses, you're going to be identifying the product itself and its advantages, what makes it different from other products and services out there that are similar. And then you're going to be identifying your customer and why they'd be motivated to do business with you. But then you're also going to have to identify your cost. And those are your one-time costs to start the business, the things you have to purchase one time, and then your fixed cost, which are the rent and utilities, things like that, that you'd have to pay regardless of whether you sell anything or not. And then your variable cost, and this is your cost of goods sold, which says that every time I sell something, I'm going to have that cost. For example, if you have a lawn mowing business, your gasoline will be a variable cost because the more you mow, the more gas you use. And in that case, labor would be a variable cost, assuming you're paying people by the hour. Anyway, I don't want to teach the whole class up front, but you will, in a nonprofit business, then you would have to identify, well, these are the costs it would take to offer that service, and then that would let you know what are the amount of donations or funding that you would need to be able to stay afloat, because even though a business is not for profit, it can't run in the red going forward. So a product, a service, a franchise, or a not-for-profit, or all forms of business you might choose. A couple of things to think about in making your choice when you're choosing that dream product is that you will need to be able to find information out about competitors and pricing and cost and things like that. So if you have an idea that's never been done before and it's based on a technology that hasn't even been invented yet, then it's going to be very difficult for you to do this business plan. So you might think about not being too incredibly complicated with the business that you're choosing. I don't want to squash your ambition and your creativity, but at the same time, I want to be realistic about a 5-week class and the requirements of that. So I hope you can appreciate that. So an analogy for this project, if you think about as we think about the end of the class, uh, is that think about the Shark Tank. In fact, I'd encourage you to watch Shark Tank a couple of times with this class in mind, because so many times I've seen students that get sold on the product and how good the product is, and they're really good at marketing and are excited about the product, but a big part of this class is going to be the numbers behind it, the valuation, like Mark Cuban likes to talk about a lot. That says, why is your business worth it, and why should I invest with you? So that so about halfway through the class, we're going to have to get into the nitty gritty of reality to combine with the aspirational part of our dreams. Uh, so just a few thoughts. This isn't the only video I'll do. I'll post these as we go along, kind of coach you for the week ahead, and some things to think about. One last thought is that you may come to the end of the class and do all the work on your project and then decide uh, that it won't work. And that's okay as long as you've done the work, because each week will build on each other's, which is a good reason not to get behind in this class, by the way, because each week I'll give you feedback on your business plan, and in the final assignment I'll be looking for, did you take that feedback and did you incorporate that into your final assignment? Did you account for the fact that I asked for more detail on a cost, or I need to know a little bit more about your customer, things like that. So again, you'll hear from me again. I'm new to this video world, so I apologize for the crude nature of this, but I think it'll be helpful more than me trying to put everything into writing. So look forward to it. Have a great week, and God bless you very much. Bye.